Install it. Okay. So we will start the class then.
All right.
Okay. So today we will continue from yesterday's class. Okay. So in SAP, there is some noise from Emmanuel.
No, not for me.
It's from Akin. Okay. So in SAP, we have two types of systems. Okay. One is IDES system, and the second one is real-time system. We have two types of systems. One is IDES system, and the second one is real-time system. So when you try to log into the system, okay, when you log into the system, so it will ask a client number. It will ask a client 3-digit code. Okay, this client 3-digit code is a predefined. It is a predefined by SAP. Okay, this client 3-digit code is defined by SAP. It's a predefined. It's a default. So this client digit code is having a this client 3-digit code range. Okay, it is having a range. So from when it is having from 000 to 999 is a client 3-digit code. We are having a 000 to 999 is a client 3-digit a numeric code. It is a numeric. Remember that. It is a numeric 3-digit, all defined, predefined by SAP. Okay. Now, again, these 3-digit, this client digit, this 000 to 999 have been again divided into again two types. Why? Because we have a two systems here. Since we have a two systems, one is a IDES system and a real-time system. What is
What's the meaning of IDES?
I'm going to explain. I'm explaining. So the
Okay.
IDES is nothing but we can call it as International Demonstration Educational System. It is a demonstration educational system. Otherwise, we can also call it as a training system. We can also call it as it's a training system. Or some client, some companies, they call it as a sandbox. We also call it as a sandbox. Some call it as a training system, and some call it as a IDES system. Okay, so this is called a IDES system. But what is a real-time system? The real-time system is the one where you are going to work in real time with the project. But prior to that, you must be get trained. But both the systems are same. There is nothing different with regarding the configurations and everything. But the servers are different. That server we call it as a training server. This server we call it as a real-time server. But actually both are same. But we are dividing it. But how you are going to divide it? With the help of the 3-digit code. With the help of the 3-digit code. So the real-time system you can identify. How you can identify the real-time system? From 000 to, okay, from 000 to 799 is the client real-time client number which we use for a real-time system. Because here you see that from 000 to 999 we have the client number range. So this client number range is divided into like based on IDES system and based on real-time system.
Real-time system. Okay.
So when you go to this training system or sandbox, Again, how you can identify this system is a training system with the help of this particular client 3-digit numeric code. So you can identify this from 800 to 899. When you see that the system with the client 800 to 899, it is identified as a sandbox. Any system that you try to log in with a series of 8-digit code is starting, then you need to understand that is a test training system, that is a IDES system. So, but still we have a like what we have still from 900 to 999. So to which system we use this one? 900 to 999 is also a real-time system, client 3-digit code. Client 3-digit code. So, but this is where it's very, very important, because most of the time we were not being taught about this particular important point. So that is the reason I am explaining all this. So please kindly remember, so that you are able to understand the system very well. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to log into the system. So this is an icon. You see that SAP logon. So that is why now I have uploaded the file into the email, and I'm going to send it today a separate mail to all of you. Please kindly download the file. Prior to that, you please kindly first install the WinRAR software, because the file is it's having almost more than 300 MB. So that is why you can't send it. That's why I made this file comprised in WinRAR software. So you install the WinRAR and then get ready, and then I'll explain to you how to install tomorrow. Okay. So
Okay.
now let me go on. Then once you install the software, and then you are able to see this SAP logon icon. But when you want to work with the SAP logon, okay, then you also must have internet. This is working remotely accessed, what we call software. That means you must have internet, then only you will be able to log into the system. This is not a dump, or this is not a something, you install the software. You are accessing my servers from your own system with the help of the internet. So that's why I'm going to give you all till you go and complete the course. So now once you install that, you see this particular log on. So just double click on it. So once you double click on it, you need to just go and select this like this. Otherwise, you can just go and click on log on. So if you just look at this screen that it open, you see the client here. It's a 3-digit code. What is this one here? It is
800
800. What do you understand by seeing this 800?
IDES system.
It is a IDES system.
Yeah.
So now I will also give you the username. You don't have to enter all the time. Okay. You don't have to enter all the time that 800, 801 or 200. No. By system, it will show you by default based on the basis consultant who is going to set up. But who is going to give you these credentials for you to log into the system in real time or during the training time? The basis consultant, SAP basis consultant, is the responsible to provide all these credentials in real time. And you can just go on call him as a networking person. It is just like he is the one who is going to take care of all the things, you know, everything, he is responsible. So now I am going to enter my own name and then my own password. And then once you click on it and just go and click on this, okay, SAP enter. Either you can just go and click enter. So now when I click enter, then you are able to come to the SAP log system. So now you have to see that I am able to log into my system that with my own credentials. But here, let me tell you here, in SAP, we have a two types of screens. Okay. In SAP, we have two types of screens. Okay. The first one is front end screen, and the second one is back end screen. What is front end screen? The front end screen is something, where once a project is complete and where most of the time the front end screen is being accessed by the client employees. How you can call them? You can simply call them as end users. You can call them as front end screen as who are going to access that end users who do the data entry work, something like data entry. Now we have a backend screen. The backend screen is something, it's where you do all the configurations. In other words, we can call it as a FS. What is that FS means? Come on. Functional specifications. Okay, that you do here in the backend screen. So here, how to access the backend screen? How to access the backend screen? So in SAP, there are three ways. So I'm telling all the basics very clearly. Please kindly go through it. It's very, very important. Okay. So there are in SAP to access the screens, we have a three types. That means there are three types where you can access the screens. Okay, in SAP, you can access the screens, okay, three ways. One is through navigation path, okay, and the second one is with the help of the transaction codes, and the third one is how with the help of the table names. Okay, these are all predefined by SAP, and you have to know the transaction codes, and you must know the table names, and you also must know the navigation path. So with the help of these three, you can access your requirement that where you can do the functionality. You can do anything that either you can access you can access with the help of the table names if you know well. You can access with the help of the transaction codes, and you can access with the help of the navigation path. So if you want to access, come on, there is some noises coming. Okay, we have a transaction code. So in the backend, we have a transaction code, a standard transaction code, that is a SPRO. Okay, this is the if you want to access to the backend screen. Okay, this is the standard transaction code. Please remember this. That is called SPRO. With the help of the transaction code SPRO, you can access the backend screen where you do all the functionalities as per the client requirement. What is SPRO stands for, Mr. Obiordan? What is SPRO stands for, Mr. Obiordan?
Well, I don't understand the acronyms, but I know that SPRO will give you access to whatever you want to configure in SAP.
Okay, very good. So, very good. You are right. So here SPRO is nothing but it's the SAP project reference object. Okay, SAP a project reference object. Other words, we can also call it as a standard programming reference object. You can call it as either of these two. Either you can call it as a SAP project reference object or a standard programming reference object. So these are the two ways where you can access the backend screen of SAP with the help of this. Now let me show you that how you can access. Okay. Now this is a front end screen. Now you just let me go and click on SPRO. You see that this field is called command field. This field is called a command bar. Just see that this is field called command bar. Once you enter SPRO, just go and click on enter. Because we should not put here idle the system for a long time. That's why it's like that. Now I'm just going to enter here SPRO. Now you see that you are able to come. So I'm just showing you once again. So just see that enter SPRO, okay, and click enter button. Click enter button on the screen. Once you click enter button, you are able to come to the backend screen. Now you see here SAP reference IMG. SAP reference IMG. What is that IMG stands for? What is the IMG stands for?
Image.
Image. What kind of image? It is an
Um,
implementation guide.
okay.
Okay. It is a IMG stands for okay implementation guide where you do your implementations. So what you need to do is you need to just go and click on this implementation guide. And then now you have come to your configuration. Now I'm telling you the shortcuts. Listen to me very carefully. I'm not using any mouse. I don't have any mouse. I never use any mouse. I use only keyboard. Now just click on tab here like this. You see the cursor, it is moving. Just see here. See that now it has come here. Now you see the down arrow button. Okay. Now you see the down arrow button. Move it like this. See this is all. You see that these are all these. What exactly is all these? All the functional modules that we have in SAP. Okay. Now you see that this is enterprise. Okay. You can see that enterprise, and you can see that everything. See, and here we are going to work here where we work here the personal management. If you want to open that link, now you need to go and click on right arrow button. See that a lot of things have come here. SAP HCM interview, and you can see the organizational management. It is a OM module. It's very important module. Now if you want to open it again, click on right arrow button. Hello, I am here. I'm sorry. Now you see that, if you want to again move it, you can just put the cursor like this. Okay. And now if you want to move downward, you just see down arrow button. Okay. You see that down arrow button. Okay. If you want to close this, so all these, what you need to do? Left arrow button. See, it has been closed. I'm not using any keyboard. If you want to open again, just go and close it. Click on right arrow button. Now you just come to down arrow button. So if you want to open basic settings, again you just go and click on right arrow button. Suppose if you want to open something, maintain number ranges. So you just see, now you bring the cursor on the round button, the which is in a clock button. So now if you want to open, you can't use any what we call down arrow, right arrow, up arrow. No. Now what you need to do if you want to open this particular screen, maintain number ranges or anything, now you need to click on space bar. Okay. Now you need to go and click on a space bar. Now you see that I have come here. And if you want to close this one, okay, you can just go and click on this, okay, back button, this one. Otherwise, you can just go and click on F3. Now you see, next you go and select your arrow buttons, up arrow, okay, see that. If you want to close this one, come on, you can go up, you can see that. So this is how that you need to practice, and as we go on, you can go and move very faster. Now if you want to go back, you can just click on this. Just if you want to go back again, you will come back again. If you want to go to the SPRO, enter the SPRO in the command bar. This is called a command bar. Click enter. And again, if you want to open this IMG, click F5. And then you see that, see, I am telling you very clearly. This particular icon is called enter button. Okay, this is enter. This is called command field or command bar. And if you want to close this command bar, just go and close it. See that you don't see the command bar. If you want to open it, just click on it. Okay, now see this one, we called it as a save button. Whatever the functionalities that you are going to what we call configure, if you want to save the into the system, you know, this is the button where you are going to put all the things and save. Otherwise, you can also use shortcut as a control S. Okay, otherwise we can also use it as a control. Yes, you can also use that functionality. Now if you want to go back to the application or you want to close the application, click F3. And this is if you want to exit the system, that means shine off, log out of the system, you can just click on shift F3. Shift F3. Otherwise you can just go and click on it. What happens? See that it is going to close it. Now you see unsaved data will be lost. Do you want to log off? No. Next, let us go back to SPRO. Next, you see, suppose you are entering some data, in between you want to cancel it. So you can just go and click on cancel button F2, F12. This is the print screen. This is to find out, control F, control G, and this is to first screen, the last screen, and the middle screen, individual screen, and everything. And you see, another important thing, you know, I have logged into my system with one user ID in one screen, in one system, with the same ID that I'm going to give you. Simultaneously, you can work maximum of 6 screens. I'm going to show you that how to open those 6 screens. Just see here. You see that, see, create a new session. You see that there was new session has been opened. See, if you want to open one more, again just go and click on create a new session. See, like that, you know, you can open 6 screens at a time. You can work in the 6 screens, and once it is completing 6 screens, the system will show you a message. You see that a message is going to show you. See that maximum number of sessions are reached. Okay, fine. Now let me show you those 6 screens. You see that count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to close it, just go and put the cursor like this. Close it. If you don't want to see all the other applications, because in SAP, you can work all these applications at a time. It is possible. Okay, this is how that you must understand the screens, and it's very easy, and like that you are going to get customized with every field you see here. Everything you are going to get customized, and you will enjoy it so much. Okay, there is nothing to worry about all this. Now let me show you something. Suppose when you are doing something and you don't understand what exactly this is. Suppose you see that for example, I am opening something here. Just okay. Now let me continue here. So again, I just observe here what I'm doing. These are all basics, since you all must be aware of all these functionalities, and tomorrow you should not have any kind of doubts on anything. So that's the reason. Okay. So I'm just explaining all this. So now this is how that you have to understand, and I will also give a document, shortcuts document that I'm having. So then based on that you will go ahead and you are able to understand. So like that we have so many shortcuts, and then you are able to understand it very easily. Suppose you are going back to again SPRO and click on F5. So you just use the cursor here, that sorry, tab button, down arrow, right arrow, right arrow, right arrow, and space bar. Now you see that you have done something here. Suppose you just put like this cursor and select it. You don't understand what exactly this one. You know you don't understand what exactly this one. You need a help. You just go and click on this help button. That is otherwise F1. You see that a unique company ID of a company within your corporate group. So something like that. You will be having a kind of information will be provided here, and this is something like to find out control shift F2. This is to edit or to display, or this is to copy, this is to delete the line, and this is to select all, this is to select a block, and this is to deselect the block that you have selected. Okay, so that's how that you need to understand. Suppose as I said, here, as I said here, there are three ways that you can control. One is with the help of the transaction codes, and the second one is the navigation path. Now I just showed you here the with the help of the navigation path. But if you want to find out the transaction code for this, how to find out the transaction code? That is called T code. Just go and click on it. What you need to do if you want to find out for this particular screen, or we can also call it as a table. For this particular table, you just go and click on control P, and now you are able to see, okay, this is the table name v underscore T880. So if you want to access this particular screen with the help of the table name, okay, we have a standard T code for table names. Remember that. That is a SM30. SM30 is a standard transaction code for table names. Now I'm going to show you. Now you see that we underscore T880. Okay. Now just come back, and now without coming through navigation path, what you can do, just close all this. So what is the transaction code for table names? SM30. Now what you need to do, just come here in the command field, enter that SM30, enter. Now you see that table name. What is that table name that you need to enter here? We underscore, come on, what is that table name? T880.
Zero.
Click on maintain. Now you see that same thing has come. See, are you all able to see that? Are you are able to
Yes.
see that? Yeah. So that's how that you are going to learn a lot of things, and you will enjoy so much, and it
Yes.
is something very interesting classes. And I also said we also have a transaction code. For every screen, for most of the screens, we have a transaction codes like SM30 and SPRO. So where we can find, where we can find those T codes. So now you just come to this SAP screen. Okay. Now you see that here you just go and click on this particular message bar. This is called a message bar. Okay, whatever you do, whether you do properly, whether you save something, whether you do anything, that will be coming here as a message. This is called a message bar. And you come here and click on this and you see here the transaction. If there is any transaction code for any screen that you open, here you will see. This is not a, this is, you don't have to remember anything. I'll show you something, uh, P03, something. I'm going to show you one screen, for example. Now what you can do, and let me go and select it. Now you can see the transaction code here, P03 shortcut. If you don't remember, you can just go and check it. What is the transaction code? And then what you need to do, you just go and enter here P03 and you are able to come in here. Okay, so that's how that we have to go and understand, and then it is very easy, and these are all some kind of basics that I want to explain. Okay, so if you have any kind of doubts, you can just ask me, because I can't go and run like anything, because I go usually very faster, I teach very fast. But since you people are very new to these screens, so that is why I'm taking very slowly these classes, because whatever the classes that I have explained in these three classes, I explain in one class itself. That is also within 1 year, 1 hour. So you can understand how slowly, how much slow I take, because you can ask Mr.